How is it going, Data Devices? No Data here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Roblox Assassin. We are back once again in the summer update of Assassin. We've done a lot in this event. We've got so many new knives, it is honestly insane. I'm actually still using the Summer Saber right now on my side. It's really cool, to be honest. That being said, it seems like we already completed the entire summer event. However, there is one more knife that we can actually get in this update, and that is a new crafting recipe. As you guys know, pretty recently, Prisman removed a lot of crafting recipes, so he's slowly been adding some back in to replace them. You know, pretty recently, we had the Earthen Staff Exotic right here. So, you know, we got that crafting recipe, and it's pretty cool. But with this update, we actually have another crafting recipe called the Armor Eye. So this is a new mythic that you can craft, and it's honestly a pretty complex crafting recipe, which we'll get into in a little bit. So yeah, guys, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and craft this new mythic. We're going to try it out, and I'll tell you guys how you can craft this knife for yourself and how you can get all the ingredients, and we'll talk about the potential value of this new mythic right here. So as always, if you're excited for this video, be sure to drop a like on it because it helps out a whole lot. And if you're new, be sure to subscribe for more Assassin videos in the future. And if you really want to support me, you can use Star Code Purple when buying Roblox and Roblox Premium. Alright guys, so we're going to craft this knife, but first, I'm going to tell you guys how you can craft this knife for yourself. Because as you can see, you need a lot of different knives for this crafting recipe. So let's go through all the knives and how to get them. So for this recipe, you need 3 mythics and 4 different commons. So let's go ahead and get started with the commons because those are probably the easiest. So the first common that you need is the red common right here. This is one of the many color commons that you actually need to craft the rainbow legendary. So red has always been a common that's pretty high in demand because obviously a lot of people want the red knife to be able to craft a rainbow, and well, now you also need it to craft Armor Eye. That being said, this is still a pretty easy knife to get. You can get it in the time shop if it's available, which it isn't at the moment, but it does reset every 12 hours. So every 12 hours you can come back and see if red is in the time shop. After a few rotations, it probably will be. However, you can also get the red common from the standard case right here. You can see that red is one of the many commons you can get, and the standard case is really cheap, and it's a 70% chance of getting a common, so you're very likely to get a red eventually if you open up a few of these. Obviously, there's a lot of different commons you can get, but again, it's a 70% chance to get a common, and red is just one of those many. The second common that you need is Damascus. Again, you can get this from the time shop if it's available, but you can also get this from case 1. Now, keep in mind that the numbered cases aren't always available. You'll only have 3 different numbered cases per rotation, so you might not see case 1 and you might not see it in the time shop. So again, you might have to wait a few rotations to get this specific common, but yeah, you can get it from the time shop or from case 1 if that's also in the time shop. The third common that you need is Ruffed, which again, you can get this in the time shop. I think it's actually in the time shop right now, but you can also get this common from case number 2. And the fourth and final common you'll need is the Edged common, again in the time shop, and you can get this one in case number 3. So yeah, those are the 4 commons. You can get any of them in the time shop, but they're all in separate cases. They're in the standard case, case 1, case 2, and case 3. I'd honestly say the easiest one to get is red because the standard case is always available, whereas these are in numbered cases. You might not always be able to open them, but let's be honest, they're all pretty easy to get. They're just commons. Now let's move on to the hard part of this crafting recipe, and that is the mythic, specifically the Cosmic Eyes, because you're gonna need 3 Cosmic Eyes in order to craft this thing. Now the Cosmic Eye can show up in the time shop, but it is going to be very expensive. There's typically 1 mythic in each time shop rotation. They're typically 15,000 to 20,000 tokens. You can also unbox Cosmic Eye from the Heroic case right here. You can see that Cosmic Eye is one of the 4 mythics that you can unbox in this case. And the Heroic case was actually made cheaper pretty recently, a few months back. It's only 7,000 tokens now. That being said, the chances of getting a mythic, let alone a specific mythic, it's honestly pretty low chances. You might have some trouble getting the Cosmic Eye from this case. I'd say your best bet is probably the time shop, but you're gonna have to save up a lot of tokens, and you might have to wait a while. Because again, there's only 1 mythic per time shop rotation, so you might even have to wait a few days for this to show up. But in general, I'd say the time shop is probably your most consistent option. But yeah, this is definitely the hardest part of the crafting recipe because again, you need a whopping 3 cosmic eyes in order to do this. Let's not craft elegant saber. We gotta be careful not to do that by accident. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a while. Luckily, I already have 8 cosmic eyes, which is way more than I need. So we can craft this just fine, but it might take a while. The commons are really easy to get, but the mythics right here, that's where the real challenge comes in for crafting armor eye. Honestly, I'm surprised that armor eye isn't a dream. Like, you need 3 mythics to craft the armor eye, and you need 3 mythics to craft elegant saber, which is a dream. So I don't know why this isn't a dream knife, to be honest. Doesn't really make sense that it's a mythic. But it's a mythic regardless, so it is what it is. It's not a big deal. But yeah, those are the knives that you need to craft the armor eye. Really difficult crafting recipe overall. I'd say this is a pretty big challenge. Again, luckily I have 8 cosmic eyes. If I had to get another one, it would definitely be quite a bit of a challenge. But yeah, enough dilly-dallying. Let's go ahead and craft this armor eye. So we're gonna put down 3 cosmic eyes. Again, let's not craft an elegant saber. That would be really awkward if I did. So I have to scroll through all my exotics to get all the way down to the commons. Those are my legendaries. Okay, this is taking forever. All right, those are the rares. We should be seeing the commons pretty soon. There we go. All right, and now we have the red common right here. What else do I need? I need Damascus. And where is Ruffed? Is Ruffed anywhere around here? I think I have to scroll down a little bit. There's Ruffed. There we go. And last but not least, the Edged. And there we go. We can finally craft the armor eye. There it is right there. So there we go. We can craft it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and craft the new mythic, the armor eye. 3, 2, 1, and boom. There we go, guys. Again, I have an inventory change, so it's a little bit laggy, but we are crafting the armor eye. There it is right there. There it is. It literally took forever for it to show up, but there it is. We just crafted the armor eye. That is awesome. All right, so there we go. We claimed it, and my walking animation is just completely broken for no reason. That's honestly really creepy. I don't know what's up with that. All right, but let's scroll down through the mythics. There it is, the armor eye mythic. So I equipped it. There we go. And there it is on my side. This thing honestly looks really cool and really creepy. Let's go ahead and try this thing out. All right, so here it is, guys. The armor eye mythic that you can craft with 3 cosmic eyes, a red, a Damascus, a Ruffed, and an Edge. And again, this knife is honestly really cool and really creepy. So you can see that the knife is literally just a giant red eye. So yeah, you can see that most of the eye is the outside of it. What is that part called? I think it's called the sclera. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you can see we have the sclera right here. It's completely white, and you can actually see the red veins of the eye, which is honestly really creepy. So yeah, you can see all the red veins, and then you can see that the iris is completely red right here. And then at the very middle, we have the pupil, and that is black and white. And you can see that it's actually a 2-sided eye. So we have an iris right here, and then another iris on the other side. Oh my god, it's literally looking at me, dude. And as you can see, the eye is imprisoned around some chains, and there are some spikes on that chain. So this is definitely a really spiky knife. So it kind of looks like a spike mace, but with an eye in it, which is honestly kind of creepy, but also really nice because we don't have a lot of maces in Assassin. The eye really reminds me of Kirby, actually, because I remember Kirby's Dream Land 3, it had a final boss called Zero, and Zero looks a lot like the eye in this knife. Like, it was literally just a floating white eye with a red iris in the middle. So honestly, like, this knife really reminds me of Zero from Kirby. And then, of course, the spiky chains look pretty cool as well. And then we have the handle right here, which is just red. Not much else to say about the handle. But again, really cool because we don't have that many maces in Assassin. We have the flame mace, the abyssal mace, the spike mace, but I can't really think of any others. Obviously, there's so many knives in Assassin, I'm probably missing one, let's be honest here, but there really aren't that many maces in the game. I guess Larry could count as a mace. Sure, we'll count that. But yeah, the point is, it's a pretty uncommon weapon for assassin, all things considered. And again, just overall a really creepy knife, so I like the design of it. Anyway, in case you guys are wondering what this knife is actually going to be worth, well, first let's get one thing out of the way. Is this knife part of the summer event? Is it limited like everything else, or is this a permanent crafting recipe? And the answer to that is the armor eye is not part of the summer event, guys. I know it released at the exact same time of the summer event, but this is not part of the event. This is actually a permanent crafting recipe that's here to stay for quite a while. It's not going to go away once the event ends. And a lot of you guys are probably wondering, well, no data, how do you know for sure? And you can actually know for sure if you go to your inventory and you hover your mouse over the armor eye, you'll see that all it says is armor eye. It doesn't say anything about an event. Now, if you compare that to the Summer Sunday, which is part of the event, if I hover my mouse over that, you will see that it actually says Summer 2022. So this summer 2022, that specifies that this is part of the summer event. And you can see that, you know, it's not on the armor eye. So therefore, it is not part of the summer 2022 event. So yeah, because of that, we know that the armor eye is not part of the event. I remember a lot of people last year thinking that Vortex was part of the summer event when that just wasn't true. It was just a new mythic in the heroic case and everyone was treating it like a summer knife. And yeah, this knife has definitely dropped in value over the year that it's been around. So yeah, the armor eye is here to stay. The question is, what is this knife actually going to be worth? So at the time of this recording, the armor eye is currently worth 10 exotics on the value list, which is quite a bit, to be honest. That being said, I don't really agree with that value personally, because the cosmic eye is 5 exotics, and well, you need 3 of these to craft the armor eye. So, you know, 3 of these, that's at least 15 exotics, right? And yes, crafting recipes can end up being lower value than their ingredients, but I mean, typically that takes a very long time to do so. It wouldn't take only a few weeks. And in most cases, that's for limited time crafting recipes. I don't know, me personally, I feel like the armor eye should still be like at least 15. But that being said, I can see it going down in value over time. So I can see it being 10 exotics eventually. I just didn't expect it to be that quick, you know what I mean? But like I said, this is a pretty difficult recipe to craft because you need 3 cosmic eyes, which is quite a daunting task. But still, that being said, I still feel like this should become a dream. Like, if I put down 3 of these cosmic eyes alone, I can craft a dream. Why is this a mythic? That doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, the point is, this knife is currently worth 10 exotics. It could go down eventually, but again, I think it's gone down enough in my opinion. But we'll just have to see what happens. Overall, still a pretty cool knife. And that is going to be it for this video, guys. And we have officially done everything in this update. Again, in the previous episode, we completed the summer event with the Cocoa Bundle, but you know, this isn't part of the event. But now we completed everything in this update because we also got the armor eye, which is honestly really cool. I might use this a bit more just because of how cool it is. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roblox Assassin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and know those other things that YouTube people do. Otherwise, this armor eye will haunt you in your dreams. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay purple.